Welcome aboard as we embark on a nostalgic journey with the picturesque South Devon Railway, a heritage line. Formerly called the Dart Valley Railway and founded in 1969, this magical railway runs through some of the most beautiful countryside Devon has to offer. I first visited it way back in 1976 with my family when I was just 11 years old, so I was delighted when my wife and I visited it again in September 2023. By the way, parts of this video are also featured in the Model Railways Unlimited production, which you can check out by clicking the link in the top right corner now. Ample free parking is available at the line's main station, engine shed and visitor centre at Buckfastleigh, a market town in Devon, England, situated by the Devon Expressway at the edge of the Dartmoor National Park. A friendly greeting awaits, and there is plenty to see around the station, together with a miniature railway and other facilities. In this video we'll take a train through to Totnes Riverside, the line's final destination and link with the mainline station of Totnes. After taking in the views and learning about the unique 1938 Collett brake coach, we head back to the lovely country station of Staverton in Devon. It's a living museum packed with railway paraphernalia from another, more elegant time. After seeing the train depart, we take a walk to Staverton Bridge over the River Dart, then head along the well-maintained walk and picnic area alongside the river with great views of the steam railway. Back at Staverton we take in some more of the atmosphere of the station before boarding our train back to Buckfastleigh. Come along on this enchanting journey with us. Our locomotive for the day was 6412, a Great Western pannier tank. Built in Swindon in 1934, she was one of a 40-strong fleet of 6400 class locos of CV Collett design. Unlike most of the 1,000 or so pannier tanks built by the Great Western over the years for shunting, short-haul freight and light passenger duties, the 6400 class was specifically fitted for working push-pull or auto trains. 6412 had the honour of hauling the first train to run on the South Devon Railway, then called the Dart Valley Railway, on reopening day on the 5th of April 1969. No stranger to the cameras, 6412 gained stardom as the Flockton Flyer in the 1977 children's television programme. Single line token collected and we're on our way. More or less the whole of the route of the railway follows the River Dart, and there are some lovely scenes to be taken in from the train. We are now approaching Stvington Station, but first a single line token exchange needs to take place at Bishopsbridge signal box, the location of the passing loop. You can also see some splendid signals controlling the movements. Our train soon rolls into Staverton Station. In the engineer siding is the same black liveried 08 type diesel shunter we saw at Buckfastleigh. We are now passing the Riverside Walk, where I was able to film what for me is the best shot of our train in action. You will see that once we return after visiting Totnes. At this point we are on the outskirts of Totnes, and once again there are some lovely semaphore signals to be seen. Watch carefully now as the driver makes ready to give up the single line token onto the token catcher. This is Totnes Riverside. On arrival there is plenty of time to take in some of the many railway items about the station, including the interesting brake coach on our train. The locomotive runs around the train here in readiness for the return to Buckfastleigh. Now the guard of our train tells us the history of the Collett brake coach, and we learn that it is some 85 years old already.
Built Swindon 1938, it's got a toilet, that's interesting. Was a regular brake coach on the Cornish Riviera Express until the introduction of Mach 1 stock in the 1950s.
Wow.
Believed to be the sole surviving member of its kind in province.
After I tell how the passengers would have opened the windows back in the day.
Okay, so this is how we lower the windows on the old coaches like this. No catch, it's click and it's open, which is a pain for the guards. And then to shut the window again, you put it back over that. Get all that?
Our train is almost ready to leave, but just before we do we catch a glimpse of a mainline train passing us by. We take a quick look in the buffet coach of our train before being waved at by a kayaker on the river. Here we are arriving back at Staverton, where this time we shall leave the train. There is a short photo presentation around the station with many interesting things to see, not least the 1902 fittings in the gents' toilets. Now outside of the station we first visit Staverton Bridge over the River Dart. Wonderful views can be had from the midpoint, but just make sure you can get to one of the many duckouts if a road vehicle should approach. Some views now along the riverside before we are treated to that lovely action shot of the train in action. I'll be quiet now and let you soak up the atmosphere. Wasn't that wonderful? Now back to Staverton Station. A few more photos of some of the many railway things to be found there. You can always pause the video if you want to look for longer. Now the station master and crossing keeper operates the hand gates ready for our train. Then the 08 shunting locomotive suddenly announces its intention to make a move, making us all jump. I spin around to see, and then return to the original view to see our train arriving back. Keep your eyes for me.
There she comes.
Staverton only has a short platform, so coaches 1 and 2 are used. Back aboard the train for Buckfastleigh, and we have come to the end of our film. Notice the old milk tank wagons there. Well, I certainly hope you've enjoyed this presentation and highly recommend a visit. I've put a link to the railway's webpage in the information box of this video. Please consider subscribing and liking our videos. Your support means a great deal.